Hello, everyone. Today I'm introducing my guest here. My guest today is Miss Rohini Sheeba from Vibha Dallas and Miss Aparna Rangan. Aparna Rangan is, as you already know, I've announced it, she is a radio host. So, welcome both of you to Inspiration Masters and especially the upcoming U.S. Open speech contest. So,
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
how are you doing today?
All is well.
Fabulous. It's
All is
Sunday
well.
morning.
Is it? Okay. So let me give you all of our friends here the introduction. And I have Miss Rohini. She is the executive director for Vibha Dallas. Vibha is a US-based nationwide nonprofit organization and that was established in 1991. And the mission is to educate, empower, and enable every individual who wishes to make a positive difference in an underprivileged child's life. Vibha has many action centers throughout the United States, and one of them being Dallas. So today I will be talking to Ms. Rohini. She'll be talking about all the inspiring work which Vibha does and how it is helping the Dallas community. So we'll be talking to a whole lot about all of these amazing activities conducted by Vibha. So Rohini, again, welcome. And you want to tell us more about Vibha, the mission of Vibha, and how it is unique in its philosophy.
Thank you, Jay. Sure, of course. So Vibha, we seek to empower children, and the way that we seek to do that is really through education, because we truly believe that education changes the trajectory for not just that one person that we're helping, but for generations thereafter. Especially if we educate a girl child, right? The consequences of that really changes the trajectory of lives for generations. So our focus is children and its education. And honestly, with the whole humanitarian disaster that India has faced, and we do a lot of projects in India as well as in the US, and I'll talk first about India and everything that we have done in the past few months, especially with COVID, and the third wave and everything. We have really stepped up our efforts to help as much as we can on the ground in India when the third wave hit. We raised almost $2.5 million just for relief. And the need on the ground was really quick, getting equipment and oxygen concentrators and PPE kits and food and medical supplies to the people that needed it. So we worked through our project partners that already existed to actually get everything as quickly as possible to a lot of the rural areas that were very
Right.
hard.
So I heard about it. It was very intriguing. And one of the things I saw that when we are talking about when Ms. Rohini is mentioning, let me give you some numbers so that gets the more idea about it. 1,600 oxygen concentrators distributed through 225 plus locations in India with 25 states and 2 union territories. And in terms of PPE, the personal protective equipment kits, 25,000 kits, 240,000 masks, 180,000 pairs of gloves. So very interesting and a whole lot of service that has been provided. So I just wanted to give you some of the numbers. So just go ahead.
Right. And TI actually partnered with us to put up very quickly put up a 100-bed modular hospital in Bangalore, when everything was collapsing. So I happened to be in India at the time, Jay, so I saw everything unfold firsthand. And I saw our volunteer base here and in India. We had a huge volunteer team everywhere, just calling up directly the hospitals and the primary healthcare centers to qualify them and to make sure that they were real and make sure that everybody was getting the aid they needed as quickly as possible through already established, networks on the ground. So thank you to everybody that supported us during this time, because know that your money actually went to good use and was put to good use. So beyond that, Jay, our primary focus is still education and supporting a lot of the families and our children. With COVID being what it is all over the world, our kids have had a little bit of a setback in education. Right. Even in a rich country like the United States, we're having a lot of concerns about our children, the mental health, how have they been able to cope with the curriculum? Have they really gotten everything they needed to get? And you take that and you multiply that by many times, many factors when you're in a rural setting in India,
Right.
with daily wage earners, livelihoods lost, and, a lot of the children that we serve. So there is going to be a very serious 2-year gap in the education of a lot of our children. So, all of the money that we're raising now will go towards, fixing a lot of those issues that, our kids are facing, mental health, education, catching up on those, the reading and math skills and everything. So, and on the COVID front, we realized that all of this can only happen if we have a good vaccination rate. And, if we can get back on track. So we started vaccination awareness camps. We're going to start, a lot of, education around vaccinations, and just try to, move along all of that processes. So we're very proud in Vibha about the work that we've done. In Dallas, we have offered over the summer about 45 summer camps covering all kinds of topics. Starting from AP biology to math to chess to, if you want to learn to crochet or learn the piano, a lot of fun camps being offered, creative writing. And they're all offered through some really amazing youth volunteers that we have who are very patient, professional, and can connect with the kids, right? So it's been amazing. And we've actually offered all of our camps for free to any disadvantaged student. So we're actually serving I think there's about 250 registrations that are completely free for, kids in different communities that we serve here in the United States. So
Yeah, that's amazing to hear about the Dallas as well as what you've done in India. And India was in dire situation at the time where you were working there and you were physically there. It was a tough time over there, and I'm glad making a difference is something which we were looking for so many organizations. I'm glad you were there and took care of a whole lot of things on there. Again, that is for all of our viewers here to know that what is going on here in Dallas and what is going on overseas. I will also go with you have something coming up, which is the speech competition coming up, and that is to raise the awareness about what is going on, to catch up with some of the things which you mentioned, that the gap which has been created. It was created even in the United States, in spite of having all this internet activity. Our kids are falling behind in the US, so obviously India would have a huge impact, as you mentioned.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. So we are very, very excited, Jay, to partner with you again. Super excited. So the speech contest is something that we have done for many, many years, that we have partnered. And we are very, very grateful to you and Dipti for, coming on board and doing this wonderful professionally run speech contest. We do it twice every year. This year it's going to be condensed into one because of the pandemic and everything around it. Very excited. The same age categories, the little kids, the middle schoolers, impromptu for the high schoolers. And this time we have a super exciting adult category. So, we can't wait to hear what the adults have to say too, Jay. So
that's right. So this is going to be really coming back, because we are, as things are opening back or things getting back to normal. Still, this is going to be a U.S. Open online speech contest where anyone from anywhere in the U.S. can participate. And as you mentioned that each child, I think your math is that each child can support one child in India for the entire school year. So with the participation, so we will be having, I'll go briefly with the contest, which you mentioned, that is coming up on the 7th of August. That's August 7th. It's Saturday. And this is for the middle school competition. So they will have a competition on persuasive speaking. And the second competition we have is for the younger kids, the very young ones. They'll be talking about storytelling, 6 to 9 years of age. The third group, which will be the high schoolers, they will have an opportunity to do an impromptu. So they will be all talking on a single subject, and it will be impromptu. So they will have to be ready for any of the questions thrown at them. So be ready for that. And again, all of the adults, you have always been watching and putting the youth and your children onto the stage and then sitting back behind. Now this is your opportunity to shine, come back. So that way the children can see now how my dad and mom does on stage when I put them on there. So this is the opportunity to put them on the spot. My pandemic experience is the topic it's been chosen, which can go from anything on the personal experiences to all the way funny things and washing down your groceries with sanitizers, whatever you want to talk about. So the adults be ready. It's 18 plus competition that is happening on August the 8th. And so it's going to be a lot of fun with that event. So that's about the contest. So at this point, I want to bring in Ms. Aparna. Ms. Aparna has she is hosting some of the amazing thing. One is the cutting chai, so in the morning, and also she's working on the Green Planet. So she has a couple of radio shows going on, and she's been very gracious and a volunteer to participate in the speech contest as a judge. So, Aparna, please share your experiences both in terms of being a judge as well as what happens to the participants, both.
Well, thank you, Jay, for having me on board year after year. It's always a delight to work with Vibha. I mean, I've known Vibha for years, for decades, well, one decade at least, and it's always fun to volunteer with them. And you have been so amazing. You and Deepthi bring such programs to the community, and you're so passionate about what you do. So it's always a delight to be part of something so well organized, like Rohini said, right? It's not haphazard at all. So anyone watching, please definitely be a part of this contest. I'm not sure if I'm looking at the right place, but if I'm looking at you, please take part in the contest because it's wonderful to hear different perspectives, hear all these ideas flowing, and children and youth, and now even adults. Here's your chance to come and crib about all that your husband's been subjecting you to. The kids who are throwing things everywhere and being at home and not leaving the house, home study. Here's your chance to come and shine about all of that. Come and talk about your experiences. It's always really fun, and I really enjoy watching even the kids perform because it's not easy at such a young age to story tell and inject humor into it, which I think is one of the toughest genres to it's not easy to make somebody laugh. And especially last year also during the pandemic, I felt this, that when you don't have a live audience, when you can't feel the pulse of the audience, to perform and to like be funny and humorous and engaging is so difficult. And as someone who works on the radio, I can totally feel that because you have no idea if anybody is listening or not, but you're just chattering away and hoping somebody somewhere is connecting to what you're saying. And so yeah, it's not an easy job, and full marks for all those who came last year to the contest and performed online. I mean, hats off, you did a great job. It was delightful to watch everyone, and it's just fun. It's rewarding for the judges because we get to see some wonderful speeches, see so many different wonderful kids come and talk about their stories and everything. That's always great. And of course, rewarding for the participants, because when you participate in a public speaking activity, it improves your confidence, your poise, and anything that you try to do publicly involves a lot of hard work. You have to be very diligent. You have to keep working at it, reworks, edits. And competition, is not all about winning. It's about failures. It's about accepting them. So it really grooms kids in very many ways.
That is right.
So that when you grow up and you go out in the world, you have the confidence and self-esteem to take on anything that life throws your way. And speaking, written skills, communication, and verbal skills are always such an asset, no matter what job you're doing. Who knows? You could be the next TED speaker who's making waves in the world going forward. Or whatever. You could be an influential person. So yes, it's a great platform. And you're offering that platform in such a wonderful way to everybody year after year. Definitely people should participate.
I think practice. I like that idea, the practice, right? We see Joe Biden, right? He used to stutter and now he's the president of the United States. So you can go from anywhere you want to. Especially, better than anybody else that we at least have an opportunity to see the people in the eyes, even with the videos. But you talking to the wall when you're on the radio, you can't see anyone.
No, at least in the studio you get some calls. We were recording during the pandemic last year. I was facing a window and like with no calls coming in and assuming people are enjoying listening to me, and like hopefully they were. But you know what?
Wondering anybody's listening. So here for everyone, this is going to be a little bit different from the last year. You're not sending in the recording; you're actually coming in front of the judges. So you have an opportunity not only to give your speech and perform it live, and you can see yourself live. Along with that, you can watch other participants live. and listen to their speeches. So that's going to be a great opportunity. I think it's going to be a real difference maker to enjoy all the ton of speeches which Aparna mentioned, that you can enjoy everybody else's speeches. And again, they're performing live in front of you. So that's an opportunity. Again, yeah, so I invite everyone and thank you for your kind words. What I meant was to talk about the kids, not about me and Deepthi. So it's not
But we will. You're doing a great job
about
and you deserve a big, big shout out. And
No,
Rohini, who also
the
does a
kids.
fantastic job, as do the rest of the Vibha volunteers. Incredible, all the COVID efforts and all the things you mentioned. Very proud of you and the organization, Rohini. Amazing. You're amazing as always.
this.
Thank you, Aparna. Well, you're one of us, so kudos to you too. And Jay, we can talk about the speech contest and the opportunities for the kids and how wonderful they are, because without talking about you and Dipsy,
Yeah, that would
it's all
make
one
sense.
package. It's a package.
It exists because
It's
of you,
always
right?
Exactly.
It is such a joy and fun, and especially I think that there is a whole amazing team of Vibha which is volunteering behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't know that part. It goes a lot behind the scenes for everyone else to come in and enjoy. So I'm inviting everyone to join in onto the competition. Again, it's always a joy. So I'm looking forward to the 7th and the 8th. Again, repeating a little bit here, the 7th will be for the middle school, and the 8th will be for the younger kids for the high school, as well as for the 18 and above. And be ready for that. Have fun, enjoy, and it's when you're participating and enjoying and listening to other people's speeches, uh, it's helping one child. Every single person joining here helps one child to keep them in the school for the entire school year. So when I heard of the DLS thing, Rohini, it was many years back you mentioned, and there is no waiting. That's the deal. I mean, you can't beat that, because making a difference is an opportunity for all of us to do. So I'm glad. So I'm looking forward to
Absolutely.
everyone. I'm looking forward to see everyone live, and we'll have fun with that.
So I do want to add that all of the proceeds, 100% comes to Vibha. There is no Inspiration Master gets a fee, nothing. They are donating all of the proceeds every year. Thank you, Jay and Dipti, for doing
That's
this.
awesome.
Thank you.
You're awesome, Jay. Both you and
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much. That's
Thank you, guys.
that helps a lot of people. Yeah, 100% of proceeds go to Vibha, and you're directly making a difference, right? There is nobody in between. Awesome. Again, thank you, Aparna, for taking the time. Thank you, Rohini. And we are looking forward to an amazing contest, having a lot of fun. So you take care, have fun. And everyone listening today, do sign up. Go ahead and log into YouTube channels to get all the updates on the competition, as well as subscribe to the YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. That way you get all the updates on the competition. And do not forget to register. Register ASAP. I think it was the beginning in January, where the contest was closed and we had still people trying to register. So don't want that to happen. Register ASAP. So because the time limit is there, the judges can sit for 3 hours. So if everyone is talking for 3 minutes, there is only a certain number we can go up to. After that, they have to close it. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you all soon.
Thank you.
Take care.